Hola, buenas tardes, good afternoon, my beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl here, Daniela, Miss Four Lizard, and today I'm gonna get into my gardening planner. I've printed out a bunch of photos of all the new and exciting developments in my garden, and so I'm gonna be using those in my spread here. And my gardening planner, I use like a hybrid of two different planners, just an undated vertical and an undated gardening planner, both from the Happy Planner. And how I use it is I've converted the vertical into what I call a rolling monthly, so that each box represents one day. So at a time on a traditional vertical spread like this, I have 3 weeks represented, and I just continue to use it kind of as like a rolling monthly. And I like this format a lot because the monthly is a little too little space and the weekly vertical is a little too much space, and so this is kind of like the perfect in between for me, and I really enjoyed how I've set up this gardening planner. So I need to get into this spread right here, which is going to be from June the 20th through July the 10th, and I'm going to decorate it. I'm going to set up some things I need to do in my garden. I'm going to pop in some photos here, and maybe in a couple of earlier spreads, because I don't think I can fit all of these here. And I have my gardening sticker book from the Happy Planner with me here as well, so I'm going to reach into this guy. And yeah, so if you're interested in seeing how I set up my gardening planner for the next 3 weeks, you know the drill, just keep on watching. So what I think I'm going to do is speed you up and map out everything that I need to map out here, and then at the end of the video I'll just come back on and let you know how everything went down and what I did. So just stay tuned. Okay, I think we're done here. Short and sweet. What I really like about this style, this rolling monthly, is that you really don't have to do too much to maintain it, and it's the perfect pace for a garden, which grows relatively slowly. I mean, when you kind of look at it big picture like this, you'll see a lot of change in your garden when you look at it like 3 weeks at a time. But if you're just kind of working week by week, you don't really see too much change. And so this is just the perfect style for me, this rolling monthly. I highly recommend converting an undated vertical or even a dated vertical into a rolling monthly if you kind of want to slow things down for yourself. So this is what I came up with. I added these 4 photos here. So this was this past weekend. I pickled a bunch of the cucumbers that I harvested from my cucumber plants. I'm so sad though. I had 2 big cucumber plants, and one of them this morning, let me actually make a note of it. This morning I woke up and one was absolutely dead because the backyard gopher was so rude and decided to eat my cucumbers. So I'm gonna just make a note of that here. So there I wrote, gopher ate one of my cucumbers. So sad, but it gave me like 6 or 7 cucumbers before it passed from this world. So over the weekend, I pickled a bunch of the cucumbers. I still have so many though, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these cucumbers, but I pickled like 4 of them into this mason jar, and I checked out a pickling book from my local library, and I just followed one of the recipes in the pickling book, which it was apple cider vinegar, water, salt, sugar, dill, garlic, allspice, peppercorns, and mustard seed. I think that was it. That was in the pickling mix. So that's just a photo of me pickling. And then I've been harvesting a crazy amount of these scallop squash. The name on the seed packet is early bush scallop squash. Oh, actually, I think I have the seed packet here. Whenever I finish a seed packet, I like kind of adding it into my gardening planner. So this is the early white bush scallop squash, and this is the first year I've been able to grow these successfully. I tried last year, but I think I started growing them a little too late in the season and they didn't grow well. But I've been harvesting these scallop squash like crazy. My plants are super healthy and happy, and they've been giving me so many squashes. So here's another photo. I harvested some this past week as well, so I wanted to add a photo there. But they're so pretty and they're so good and they're so cute, and I love them. So I have that photo there. This is just another photo of me pickling the cucumbers. I was slicing them into spears, and then you can see my pickling book in the back there. And then my basils are absolutely popping off. I have actually 2 photos, but I didn't want to add too many photos to the spread. And this is actually a picture of my mom. Me and my mom got together and we made like a crazy amount of pesto with how much basil I was able to harvest from both of my plants, and it was so good. She is such a good cook, and so she helped me make my basil, and it was just delicious, and I still have some in the fridge, so I want to add this somewhere. I'll try to sneak it in maybe here, or I might just add it to like the back here, because I don't know if you all remember, but I was talking about how I was going to split the dividers by season. So this was spring and we're just heading into summer here. And so this is going to be the last spread, this full spread, before I start, I'm setting up my summer spread here. And I still need to figure out how I want to use these pages. But I'm going to have like this page, or actually, you know what? I think what I can do is maybe do like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then just start it off like normal on this spread. The only trouble with that though is if I do use this page and I use each box as a day, then the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday won't really match up, so it'll be maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and so the next day would be Wednesday, so I wouldn't really start until this day, which I guess is fine. I guess I could do that, so that way I don't waste this page. So I could technically do 11, 12, 13, 14, let me pull this page out, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and that way, here, let me white out the top here. So that way I don't waste this page. And then maybe I can add these photos like this. Yeah, I'll add that. Oh, I need to get another, this adhesive ran out. I'll be right back. Craft cart to the rescue. I had some in my craft cart, so let me add this here in the corner. I like adding photos in the sidebar, so that way I don't really take up too much space of the actual days themselves. So let me add this one. My mom looks so cute. And then this is just a little picture of my garden. Let me just kind of cut it out. I don't want to have all the background. So this is my little garden right now. Maybe I could add it right here. Yeah, I'll add it right there. Just right here. pretty. So my garden right now, it's a tiny little picture, but it's kind of, I think it's like 4 feet by like 7 feet right now. And well, this section right here, and then I just added a fresh new section right next to it. I'm really having to carve out my garden from like bedrock in my backyard. My backyard is like absolute clay. It's not at all conducive to gardening, and so I really have to kind of just pretty much revitalize and remake and terraform the soil to make it appropriate for gardening. So I set up this first bed when I like 2 months ago, and then I had some time last weekend and I set up the second bed, which is going to give me a lot more real estate. And so I'm going to go on and keep on like that for the rest of the year. I'm just going to cut out beds every weekend that I have a chance, and then slowly extend my garden throughout my backyard. But it really does take me quite a bit of time to carve out a bed like this, because again, my backyard is like rock solid. I really have to terraform it. I have to loosen up the dirt. I have to take out a lot of the dirt and put in a lot of fresh new dirt. And so it's just been a whole project. So I have that there. And I have some photos back here. I'll decorate this later at some other point. And then I left a lot of space for myself to write and journal and such. How I like to use my gardening planner is I'll make notes of when I harvest things. So I put down this harvest log sticker from the gardening book. Trackers, I am pretty good with watering. It's such a habit in me to water my plants, especially in the summer here in Southern California. It's so hot. If I don't water, it definitely is not good for my garden. But something that I try to be better at doing consistently is spraying neem oil all over my plants so that pests don't get them. So I have 2 trackers here for neem oil. I'll make notes of things that happen in my garden. Like, as I said, the gopher ate one of my cucumbers today, so I just made a note of that. I'll make a note of when things start to sprout, when I sow seeds. So I sowed a couple of seeds last weekend, and the sunflowers, pumpkin, and watermelon seeds that I sowed sprouted a few days ago. I don't think they sprouted on Monday. I think they sprouted on Saturday, but that's fine. It's okay. Like, I don't have to make sure everything is exactly on the day that it happened. And then I also make notes of things that I need to do. So I need to thin and transplant the sprouts in my nursery. I call it my nursery. It's just basically a collection of little pots where I sow my seeds, and I really need to thin out the sprouts and then start transplanting some of the more mature sprouts into the beds. So I gotta do that. I made myself a to-do list here. I need to trim plants. What else do I need to do? I gotta weed the garden. What else? I think that's about it for now. And then I just gave myself a to-buy list. I like to kind of make notes of things that I need to pick up. I need to pick up some twine so that I can tie my cucumber plant to a stake, because they're vines and they like to grow quite a bit, and if you don't grow them up, they'll grow sideways and kind of takes up too much room on the ground. And also I don't like having the leaves on the ground, so I need to pick up some twine. I probably could do with some more soil, honestly, but I can't pick up anything that's heavier than 10 pounds for a while, so I might wait until next weekend to pick up soil. But yeah, I'll probably pick up some soil at some point. And that's all I have for now. I have some decorative stickers here and there, but otherwise I think it's super cute. I have this super adorable rainbow washi tape from Simply Gilded. This is one of my favorite washi tapes ever. And yeah, so we have that, and then I'll decorate this at some point, and then once that's done, I can hop into my my new season here. So I'm separating them by seasons, which makes a lot of sense for gardening. So this is going to be summer 2022. This was spring 2022. So actually what I might do is glue these together. That makes a lot of sense, right? So we'll glue these together like this, so that way it goes straight into this gardening project like overview sheet, which I might fill this out in a separate video. We'll do it together, and then we can jump straight into our weeklies, which for me are rolling monthlies. So that's it for today. I'm loving my gardening planner. I love it so much. It's so cute, and I'm just super inspired by it. I love, you know, adding my little seed packets once I finished with the seeds there. These seeds did not grow very well. I'm struggling to grow these guys. And oh, I grew some watermelon radish at the very beginning of the year. I had a really tiny harvest in like March and April because I wasn't prepared. I barely had moved into my house in November, and it took me a long time to get adjusted to living here and figuring out what my garden situation was going to be. But I feel like I've really settled into how I want my garden to be at this place, so I'm just going to move forward from there. All right, everyone, I think that's it. I think we're done here. Thank you, as always, for tuning in and spending some time with me here today. If you are gardening or have a garden, let me know what you are growing and what you have been harvesting lately. I would love to know. You know, as gardeners, we love to talk about our veg. So I hope to see you in my next video. And until then, stay safe, stay blessed, and happy planning. Bye.
Ya no sabes lo que pasa.